I am not the one that you want to tell your dreams, goals, and desires to if you don't want to do anything about it. I am not the one. You might want to go find somebody else that y'all could just have a someday, one day party. But me, no, we making it real practical. We're going to get the actual results.
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I am your host, Jess Abraham, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters. And choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power, and it's time to embrace it. So get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JoyfulStylez.com. Let's go. Let's go. I am super excited. But before we get into the episode today, I want to remind you to take some time to take that boundaries quiz. Again, we must know where we are to know where we're going, right? Take some time out today to take that boundaries quiz. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes of your time. It's not long. It's a fun quiz. Just take some time to see where you are, that boundaries quiz. Again, that link is in the show notes. So be sure to click the show notes, click that link, says boundaries quiz. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. So I am super excited again to get into this episode. As always, I love being here with you all. So I wanted to take some time today and just like you see the title, right? Be about it. Be about it. And it's like, this has been something that occurred to me recently, like, because okay, let me slow down. I'm just very, very excited. And I want to make sure I slow down so that I get the message out there, right? So the people that need this message, I want to make it clear, properly articulate it all. So look, again, I'm going to slow down and not jump ahead of myself, just to make sure I'm putting it out there properly. Again, be about it, right? It literally exactly what the title says. Like that's what it's about. That's what we're about. Like, so recently, about now at the time of this, about a month and a half ago, I was at a mastermind meetup in Atlanta, right? And then we were talking about our, like, pretty much our company and self, like core values and principles and things of that sort, right? Just things that kind of you stand on and you believe, and you want people around you to get that concept, basically, right? And we were sitting there, I was thinking about it, like, what am I, just thinking about it, like, and it was so interesting because for my core principles and values and things of that sort, I kind of just operate in that space. Like, there's things that may repeat over and over, saying out loud to different people or those around me, etc. But I just operate in such a way that I wasn't necessarily thinking about it as such. So like we're talking about it and we're thinking about it, and then like my wife's sitting next to me and she reminds me, like, I know a couple of yours. I know one of yours. And she actually, raised her hand and tell the whole group one of mine. But it's like, it's true. It's really important to me. I do this for myself. I say it and a lot of time when it comes to my wife as well. But a big part for me is don't talk about it, be about it, right? Again, so I wanted to bring that to you all here. Like, typically when I'm in this space and I'm saying this, like, my wife may be telling me something and I'm just like, okay. But I'm like, I always say that, but I'm Missouri. I'm the show me, they call me the show me state, right? I want you to show me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to even talk about it. Just show me. And that'll tell me everything that I need to know, in a sense, right? So that's literally how I operate. Again, my wife probably hear it, see it more than anybody else. But that's really what it is for me personally, right? Like that's again how I operate and what I'm in. Don't do a whole lot of talking. I definitely love to talk and engage and with different people and talk about different dreams, goals, desires with the right people, of course. Um, for me, particularly, is for the people that can maybe help me advance the things that I see in my dreams, goals, and desires, etc. But outside of that, I really don't do a whole lot of talking. I just do the work, right? And then voila, like you see it kind of like when it's a finished product. Now, for certain situations, that is very, very good, right? But other situations that might not be the best approach. Okay, we can get into that another time. Like, but I'll give you a practical example actually right now about that. The good approach, maybe not so good approach. So when putting in work and there's some things that I just want to personally accomplish with my businesses, whatever. I just kind of just do the thing and then like, hey y'all, here I am, like this is what I've been working on type things. Now in some situations, again, that's good because I want to get things done in the background for when people come in, they have a place to go and things of that sort, right? But I know also on another side of things, like with my apparel brand, like a lot of things that been doing or I've done in the past, really, I should say. But a lot of things in the past, I would just like, okay, I operate in place, I see the vision, make it plain, make it a reality, and then, presenting certain stuff to the world. But in those situations, what could have been done differently is me actually, when I'm coming up with certain concepts, etc., like kind of presenting that to a small group of like a small group of people, a small audience, and saying, "Hey, look, uh, would y'all rock with this design or whatever? Like, who's buying this one?" Or just getting some customer feedback in that way to be sure to make sure I am creating the designs that people actually want to buy, right? It don't make a difference if I have all these designs that I think is dope, but the people in the audience that is for don't think is that dope. Like, that may not be as helpful, right? Because what the inventory is just going to sit there, no one's going to buy it, and I just hear with all this inventory, right? So again, that's example. Like some situations we just do it and move whatever, and in others it might not be the best, might have not been the best strategy in the past that I've used. But again, that's kind of like my core principle and value, just the way I operate is just be about it. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just going to execute and get things make things happen, right? I'm going to create my happiness, right? That's just what it looks like, and that's a lot of the things that I do with other people, right, as a coach, and like how I'm helping different people's like, hey, I always tell people I am not the one that you want to tell your dreams, goals, and desires to if you don't want to do anything about it. I am not the one. You might want to go find somebody else that y'all could just have a someday, one day party. But me, no, we making it real practical. We're gonna get the actual results, right? You're gonna see this thing come to fruition. Like, we're not about to play these games and just talk about it and sit on it forever, right? That's just not what we're gonna do. So we just operate in a different way like that. Like, again, that's core, like to my core. That's how I operate, what I believe, and what I do. And the people around me, I tend to see them thanking me for it, because when they're achieving their dreams, goals, and desires, and which is much closer than they think, like, yeah, it's just a different level of appreciation, excitement, and all of the things, right? So yeah, we want to don't talk about it, be about it. I am not the one to tell if you don't want to do something about it. Remember that, okay? Also, like, I just want to just say plain, right? If you are not about that life and you're not ready to put in the work, take the action, do what's required, even when you don't feel like it, things of that sort, then I'm going to just tell you straight up, stop talking about it. right? Because if you're not talking about it, right, there's people just wouldn't know. So you can operate in some whatever space that you want to operate in, and nobody would know anything. So they don't know if you're accomplishing your dreams, your goal, desires, or not, because you ain't talking about it, right? So if you're not going to do anything about it, don't even talk about it anymore. Like just keep it to yourself. Don't do nothing. If again, that's if you're not about that life. If you're not really serious about doing anything about those things, please don't talk about it. Like, just don't. Because, like, truly, if you're not willing to do the work, and again, just don't mention it anymore. Because when you do that, like, you constantly talk about, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I did this, and like, here it is, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years later, and it's still the same. Like, you're still in the exact same spot. Nothing changed, nothing's different. You're still talking about the same old goals, dreams, desires, and whatever else. And like at that point, you start to look like a fake, a fraud, or frankly, a liar. Right? Like, you just been talking about the same old things, month in, month out, year in, year out. People tired of that. Like, people don't trust and believe you no more. Like, you're losing all your credibility. Like, truly. Like, why should I believe you? You've been telling me the same thing for 3 years and nothing's changed, right? We're not doing that no more. You're not trying to do something about it. Don't talk about it, right? Keep your integrity. That's important, right? Again, if you're not mentioning it, no one can hold you accountable in that way. So you just be about it, right? Be about it, or don't talk about it, don't do anything about it. Just be, right? Be doing whatever it is that you're doing instead of accomplishing those dreams, goals, and desires. Like, I'm just, yeah, it's important in that way, right? And I'm gonna give y'all like a super practical example. Like, so about two over 2 years now, um ago, like, my wife and I don't know when actually was it, we going on 3, anyway, years, right? A couple years now, it's been a couple years now. And my wife and I, we was in the, like, man, let me see, the beginning of 2021. I can tell you exactly when it started for me. My date, February 9th, 2021, is when it all changed for me, truly. So before that day, so it's February 9th and before, February 9th, 2021 and before, man, I'm telling y'all, especially for the year's time, I was in the best shape, like, the best shape of my life. Feeling amazing, doing amazing things, just the best shape, physically shape, right? Like, with my health, fitness, things of that sort. Best shape of my life, right? Um, and on the flip side of that, so was my wife, right? There was times, like, and for a certain period of time, because of the military, we were apart for a little while. So we even went harder with our goals and all these things, because we weren't able to kind of be, in the sense of bad influence on each other's, like, um health, like, when it comes to, oh yeah, we should go to this place and try these desserts and do these different things. Like, we explore, we like foodies. Every city we travel to, everywhere we go, my wife is like, I'm thinking about activities or things we're going to do. My wife is first thinking about all the food we're going to eat, the places we're going to go to enjoy these food, things of that sort, right? Yeah. And again, if y'all have been here listening to this podcast, I know my wife and I travel a lot, right? Travel a lot. And I'm not gonna front, like, when you're traveling, is not, for us anyway, a little bit more challenging to stay on track with our health and fitness goals. So we've been traveling, doing all the things, and things been not going in the right direction, right? So for however long, it had not been going in the right direction, right? So truthfully, my wife would tell me certain things, and I'm just like, yep, nope, I don't even want to hear it. Just show me, like, when it actually happens, when I'm seeing you doing this certain thing, that's cool. And then me, on the other hand, too, like, I stop even talking about whatever, because I know at the end of the day, truth be like, I've been influenced in a certain way, and I mean, don't get it twisted, right? I am my own person, a grown adult, and I make my own decisions, right? Let's get that out there. We're not placing blame or anyone or whatever. Like, on top of that, though, my wife is the cook in our house. She loves to cook and be that chef for us. So, hey, have that. You know, if I needed to do it, I would make it happen, but it ain't my favorite thing to do. So, and she loves that stuff. So you can handle that. But with that said, that means she's kind of in control of what's being cooked and what we're eating and things of that sort, right? Not necessarily the best choices all the time, right? Again, for all that, right? We stopped talking about our kind of like our health and fitness journey in that way, because we weren't doing much to actually be on the right side of that, right? So we just stopped talking about it. But now, right, things have shifted, things have changed, and it's like a be about, like, making, like, doing real things to actually make that come about, right? And my wife is so she's go good with it now. She understands, like, when she comes to me, it's presenting a whole kind of like semi presentation of what it is, but after doing some of the work, right? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this work, I'm gonna research that. No, 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 no. Now she really comes to me, showing me the research, the whatever, like, okay, this is the next step I'm taking. I'm doing this. I already set the appointment up. I'm doing this. Like, yo, show me, okay? I'm the show me state baby, and it speaks my love language. Like, yeah, show me, right? It say, show me the money. Yo, show me, okay? Like, it ain't real for real if you ain't showing me. So, but in that way, I'm just super happy and proud, because, again, like I said, things have took a turn for the better, right? And like, my wife did all the research on the things, like, and then she even, like, signed up. Again, we talking about the fitness and stuff space. She signed up um for the things that's going to be fun to her, got a personal trainer, all these different things, starting the program, like, all these things. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Show me. And I was telling her, like, soon as, like, she kind of made that decision, it just, like, brightened me up, because I'm like, yeah, this is how we can transition, because I know, especially if she's, like, super serious about it, I know it's going to be much, truth be told, much easier and simpler for me to be extra serious about it, because, again, she makes, she's the one making all the food and things for us, and that's, like, to me, people say 70, 80, 90, to me, that's 90% of the work right there, right? Eating all the great stuff, the right stuff, like, and we're gonna be, oh man, just doing this thing, like. So I'm definitely super excited to seeing what the results are like as the months goes on. And yeah, just in a different place of excitement about it all. But again, we're not talking about it anymore, we're being about it, right? Doing the work. Right? We're doing the work, we're making the steps in the right direction to get the results that we desire to get, right? We're not just talking, right? We're not talking about it, we're being about it. So be about it. I'm telling you all, right? Again, if you don't want to be about it, don't tell nobody. Don't talk about it at all. Just let it be, and just keep it moving. Keep it moving with your life, and just let it be. Let it be an internal thing for you. Okay? Like, yeah, we gonna leave that part right there. But also, something I wanted to mention, again, y'all can see I'm really excited about that. And, like, again, things taking a turn for the better, because, yeah, it's next level for sure, for us. So definitely excited, super excited. Oh, and I want to say that, because we're taking a turn for the better and doing the things now, like, I also, we know that it's not going to be an overnight thing, right? So being dedicated to that thing, even when it's not necessarily we're not necessarily getting the results the way we think we should get it as soon as we think we should get it and all that stuff. Because, like, come on, right? It took time to get to this place. It'll take time to get to the places that we're going. Like, and I want y'all to remember that too, right? It takes time. So still be about it. Just consistently work at that thing, do that thing, whatever it is for you in your life. But again, don't talk about it. Just be about it, y'all. Be about it, baby. Be about it. All right. Also, again, something I want to mention is that, like, this might step on some toes, but I'm here for it all, right? I'm here for it all. But it's like, there's some of you out there right now, you listening to this and you seen, oh, Boundaries and More podcast. You may have just discovered this, or you've been listening for some time. Shout out to all of you who've been listening consistently to the podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. But again, there's some of you out there that's like, I want this change. I want people to respect me in a certain way. I want them to stop taking advantage of me. I want to kind of lay down a law in a sense, like yours, right? Your law, the way that you want to operate, right? But you say you want all these things. You say you want all these things. You say you want all these things, but you're not doing anything about any of it, right? You say you want all these things, but you won't even tell a person no. Like, just a no. No is a complete sentence. No ain't that deep, right? Someone say, hey, let's say, I don't know, let me borrow $5. Let me borrow $20. Let me borrow $100. Whatever it is, you're not saying no. You just want to keep giving it to them, even though you feel some type of way when you giving it to them. Like, I know they're not even gonna pay me back. They just want to keep using me. Like, you feel all the things. You already feel taken advantage of. You already feel like people not respecting you, right? Your boundaries and things that you have in place. You feel this stuff already, but you do nothing about it. Nothing. Now, let me say this, because this just dropped in my spirit. Some of you are not doing something about it because you kind of don't even know what to do about it, right? You don't know what to really do about it. And like, I'm here to help you, right? Got something amazing for you all. Like, yeah, I'm here to help you. A whole coaching program just for you, right? You're serious about that? I want to know. Show me that you're serious, right? Show me, right? Me, call me Missouri. I'm the show me state, right? So show me that you're serious and you want to take steps in the right direction. Take some time right now to take that boundaries quiz, right? It's in the show notes for you. Take that time to take the boundaries quiz. Show me that you really want to move things into a different direction, to the right direction, the direction that you're feeling that respect and you're feeling like you're not being taken advantage of, or you spot that, you're able to see that like immediately, right? Like all these different things, like show me. So take that initial step to show me, and we will go from there, right? Show me with that initial step of you taking the boundaries quiz. Just again, understanding where you are right now, right? You might not know what to do and how to get the results, right? I'm here to help you, but it's important for me that you take the first step in your transformation, right? It's not about me, right? It's about you, but I need to see some form of commitment to me, like initially, that like you're serious, right? Again, if you're not, like, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it at all. Don't do anything at all if you're not serious, because again, I am not the one for you to tell your goals, your dreams, your desires to, if you want to do absolutely nothing about it. I am not the one. There's people out there who's willing to be there and listen and all these different things, but I am not her, right? I am not her. So don't come to me with all the complaining and whining, and like I'm a solution based, results oriented person. So if you want results, you want something different, you want that change and all that, like I'm the one you come to for that. But I promise you, not only to vent, only to do like, and we just gonna sit and dwell and wallow in this. Mm-mm. No, no, no. I am not the one. No, ma'am. No, sir. I am not. So look, just stay away. You can continue to listen to the podcast to get information from you. Because again, I don't know who is listening to the podcast really. Like there's stats that tell me different places from all over the world and things of that sort, but I don't know exactly who's listening. If y'all don't let me know, right? You know what? Putting this out there, right? Follow the podcast on at Boundaries and More podcast on Instagram. Again, follow the podcast at Boundaries and More podcast on Instagram. Send me a message about how this podcast has been helping you, blessing you, making a difference in your life, if it has, right? Because that's really the only way I know who's is helping, blessing, whatever. I love when I get you all's messages. And you're like sending me these messages, telling me how much it's helped you and bless you. And my favorite thing is like when people be quoting different, like specific episodes, or saying like, oh yeah, this episode particularly was my favorite. It resonated so much in this way. Like, let me know. Y'all let me know, right? Again, I see it's working because I'm getting the feedback from different people. But again, I don't know directly like you, or is helping you, particularly if you're not letting me know that. So again, take some time out today. Take that boundaries quiz for one. And two, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. Again, on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. I really just want to get that out the way. But I want you all like I'm gonna just end it there. Like you don't talk about it, be about it, y'all. I really just want to say that like the message itself to me is really, really simple again, but I understand that because I operate in a certain way and it's just how I naturally move. I don't necessarily realize how prevalent it is for other people and things of that sort. Like, but then being in my space and learning that, it really helps a whole lot more. And I'm just grateful. I just thank God for it all. I truly do. Again, thank you, God. You know. But y'all, that's it. That's it right there. That's it. Okay, y'all go out and have a beautifully, beautifully amazing day, and be back here next week for more Boundaries and More with Chas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.